So here Hive is started. So let's connect with the putty. So putty we created connection, right? Click on load, click on open. So it is asking password. So clear. So currently we are in /home/cloudera. So let me open Hive. So it is going to start Hive CLI. Let's open duplicate session. So I have one more file. I am creating one more file. Cat greater than some test123. Test123 file. In this test123 file, I am entering some data. Hive has good market. Without Hive, there is no interview. There is no Hadoop and Spark interview. So Hive is using by multiple people, multiple technologies. So I return some message. Okay. So let's go here. Show databases is a command. Show databases to display list of databases. Show databases. Show databases to list of databases. List of databases. Okay. So to display list of databases, we use show databases command. So to connect a database, we use what? To connect a database, we use command, right? Use mydb, right? Yesterday we created mydb. Or Hive. Let's try this connect command is available or not. In databases, we have a connect command. So ICICI, right? We created. So connect ICICI. So connect command is available in database. So in Hive, we don't have connect command. We have only use ICICI. So MySQL has use command. In Oracle, we use connect command to change database. Connect command to change database. So MySQL, in MySQL and Hive, we use command to change database. So database to database, they slight different commands. To change database in MySQL and Hive, we are using use command. In Oracle, they use connect command. Connect command to change database. So we are seeing list of databases, right? So we change database using use command to list tables. To list tables of database. We use command show tables. Show tables. Show tables is a command to list tables. Show tables. So it is displaying. Yesterday we created one table, temp. Let's display the content. Select star from temp. So this has this data. Let's open name node URL 192.168.0.43.50070. Go to utilities. Go to browse file system. So here under root directory, we will see user directory. Under user directory, for all users, it will create separate directories here. For all users, home directory is created in this. Hive is one user. So Hadoop, we can create user management. In Hadoop administration, we speak about user management. So if you create any user, for every user, you will see separate directory under slash user. Okay. So Cloudera is one user. Cloudera is one user. In HDFS commands, let me execute one command here. So generally, while creating directory, we use command Hadoop fs hyphen mkdir. Under root, we give separate path, right? Directory name we are giving. Let me use xyz. So this command is going to create xyz directory under root directory. What will happen if I didn't give you, if I did not give any root? I am giving ABC. So in which user we are executing this command? Cloudera user, right? So this ABC directory is going to create under Cloudera user. So in which user you are executing command, in that user it is going to create directory. So for every user there is some home directory. Let's refresh here. You will see ABC. Okay. So in user administration in Cloudera or any Hadoop administration class, we discuss these things in depth. So for every user, we have separate directory. So Hive is a user. In this Hive user, this is default warehouse. So if you use and database name, tables are going to create in corresponding database. If you not use and database name, by default tables are going to create in this location slash warehouse location. Okay, let's open one more directory. Let's open one more duplicate directory. Yep, let's type Hive. Let's type Hive. Yesterday I said one important point. The default database is the default database location is slash user slash Hive slash warehouse slash user slash Hive slash warehouse. So what I'm doing here, I opened Hive, but I did not change any database. I did not change any database. I create a table. Create a table name some XYZ and one column. I created database with one column. I did not change any database. So it will create this table in default database location. So if you use particular database, tables are going to create in that database. If you not use database or if you not change database, it will going to create tables in this location. Let's see, xyz table is created. So if you use particular database, tables are going to store in particular database. If you not use any database, tables are going to store in default database. Default database path is this is the default database path. Okay, so let's open our first one. So we are discussing way to load file, right? To load local file into Hive table. So we have in local path we have a file. What is the file name? We have test123, right? In this file we have some data. So we created some data. So this is the data we entered into local file. Then go to Hive. So before this, use ICICI database. Next, type command. See, if you enter load command here, we use approach 1. In approach 2, we don't use this one. What we are going to use in command prompt only. In command prompt only, we use Hadoop fs hyphen put. Where is our ICICI database is presented? Under root, under user, under warehouse, under user, under Hive, under warehouse, ICICI.db. Under this we have a directory called temp, right? That's it. This is the command to place local file. This is Hadoop command, right? We are not using any Hive command. We are using Hadoop command to place our local file. What is the file name? Local file name is test123. Test123. So second way to place our local file into HDFS file system. Refresh here. Go to ICICI Go to temp directory. Currently we have one file. Whenever we execute this command, it is going to place one more file into that directory. Let's see, once this command is successfully executed, refresh this one, you will see two files. You are seeing two files, right? One is temp and another one is test123. Go to Hive, execute same command, select star from temp. Execute this one, we get two files data. This is yesterday file data. Yesterday we loaded one file, right? And this is new file data. It reading two files data. So whenever we execute, right? First whenever we execute this select command, first it will verify from metadata, from metastore. So checks, is this table is presented in our Hive? Yes. And it reads all columns list. For this table we created only one column. Then it enter into this table location. So table is presented in warehouse. Under warehouse, so this is the warehouse path. In this warehouse path, we have two files in this table, and it will check this data. So first file data is this one, right? First content is displaying. If you observe here, 1 minute. So first content is coming from first file. Next it will read second file and displays both the file content. Order you are seeing here, right? Why it displaying first file data first, second file data second means based on the data time and date, it will display content. Even though different files we placed in this directory, it will read how it reads this file from this table directory means it based on the date and time of this file, it will read files and displays the data. Okay, so in this way we can place file. One way is by using load command. By using load command in Hive, by using load command, we place local file into table. Second way, by using Hadoop command, we are placing file into in this database. Assume, assume you have Java application or Python application. Java application or Python application. By using this Python application, you can connect a HDFS path, place your files into in this location. So write a Java program or Python program, read data and process results, and results store that result into one file and place this file into in this location. Automatically that file is available with our table. Okay. So multiple ways we can place file into in this location. Assume we written MapReduce program. MapReduce program writes some file, right? Output. Then MapReduce output place location into this location. Write pig script, perform some processing, write result into in this location. That's it. In Linux extension is not mandated. Next one, metadata, Sunil, metadata related to only columns, not files list. Right? Metadata is created when we create a table, right? Whenever we are creating table, that time metadata is created in metastore. Okay. Next one, loading HDFS file, HDFS file into Hive table. Loading HDFS file into Hive table. Loading HDFS file into Hive table. So what I am doing, I am creating two tables. One I am creating table. Hive I am creating table. So I am creating table, create table, different table, table name, create a table, table name, some student, and column is line space string. We'll discuss about multiple columns later. First, let's understand how to load file from local file and HDFS file system. Next, Hadoop. Hadoop I am placing file in this way. First, I am creating local file. I am creating local file cat student cat student. Welcome to Hi World. Hive is a warehouse environment in Hadoop. Hive and Spark integration. Hive and Spark integration projects projects are running. Hive and Spark integration projects are running. Just I am writing one file. Next, what I am doing, I am writing Hadoop command. Hadoop fs hyphen put and student file. I am placing into under root. We created just now. We created xyz file, right? Xyz directory. Before this example, we created xyz directory under root, right? So I am placing student file into xyz directory. Next, I am writing Hive query. Hive query. So I am writing load data in path. So previously we used local in path, right? If it is a local file, we use local keyword. If it is HDFS file, we use just in path. In path, and we have to give complete HDFS path. Under XYZ, we have a file called student. Then into table name is student. Yep, this complete statements. Yep, we'll see. So we are loading student file into student table. There is no separate insert command like RDBMS. There is no insert command. We have load command to load files into table. Okay. Here one important note. If it is a local file, if it is a local file, it copies content, it copies file from local file system, from local file system and places into Hive table. If it is a HDFS file, if it is a HDFS file, it moves HDFS file HDFS file current path to current path to current path to Hive table location. Hive table location, because both are HDFS paths. Both are HDFS only. Okay, both HDFS table data contain Hadoop file system and HDFS files also contain Hadoop file system. That's why it will not maintain two separate copies. From this path, it will move this file into this table location. First student is file name, second student is table name. This is file name, this is table name. So let me execute all these statements. First execute this command, student command in Hive. So it is created table. So it is created student table. Under student table, we don't have any file. Let me create a file here. So create a file, cat greater than student, then copy this content, Control D. Next, place this file into Hadoop fs -put student under root under xyz. Okay, let's go open duplicate tab. So go to xyz location. So in xyz we have a file student, right? Once we execute this command, it will move HDFS file from this location to student table location. So execution is completed. First go to student directory. See, refresh here. So we are seeing file here, right? So this is student and this hyphen saying this is file. Go to HDFS directory, refresh here. So file is moved from this directory to this HDFS table location. Okay. So if it is a HDFS file, it will not maintain two copies in HDFS path because already we have a duplicate copies. Replication factor. Currently we are using single node, no problem. But in production or development we use multi-node cluster. So every file have multiple blocks. Each block contain multiple replication factors, right? So in that case, if it maintains two copies in actual location and table location, so duplicate copies with multiple replication factors, right? So to avoid that one, it will place file, it will move from HDFS paths to Hive table location memory. This is one. And next important point is Hive table types. Hive table types. There are three types of Hive tables. There are three types of Hive tables. So you will get compulsory two questions from this Hive table types. One, inner or managed table. Inner or managed tables and external tables. And next one, second one, partitioned and non-partitioned tables. Non-partitioned tables. Third one, bucketed and non-bucketed tables. Non-bucketed tables. So we have three different types of tables. Inner are managed and external tables. partitioned and non-partitioned tables, bucketed and non-bucketed tables. You will get 3 questions in any interview. Most of the times you will get 3 questions. What is the difference between managed tables and external tables? What is partitioned and non-partitioned tables? What is bucketed table and non-bucketed tables? You will get 3 interview questions. So let's start discussing managed or inner tables and external tables. So first one, managed tables. Managed tables. So let's create a managed table. Managed tables we create by using in this syntax. Hive create a table, table name, some test table, and column data type. Then load file into this table. Load data into managed table. Load data into managed table. So I am using local file to load data into this table. I am using load command, load data local in path. Local I have a temp file. So temp file I am placing into table name test. So we created managed table by using above syntax. So there is no special keyword. By default, every table is managed table. So one important note is by default table is managed table. Managed or inner table. Managed or inner table. By default table is managed or inner table. So let's create external table. So external table we create by using this syntax. Create external table name test x external test or x test and column line space string then load data so load data local in path. I am placing local file into external table in path. So temp file I am placing into table x test. So we have two tables. One is manager table and another one is external table. So let's create a separate database instead of using existed database. Create database MyDB. So I created database. Let's go browser. Let's refresh. Let's go to actual warehouse location. So in this warehouse location we have MyDB database. Currently there are no tables. right? Let's connect to that database. Use MyDB. Okay, I'm creating table. Create table. Table name is test. Test table. Test 1 2 3, and line colon line space string. So by default this table is manager table. Okay. Next I'm loading data. Load data local in path. Local in path. File name is temp, and I want to place this file into where? Into table test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. So select star from test 1 2 3. So we got data. We loaded temp file into in this location. We got data. Same way, create a table, create a table, create external table, create external table, table name ex test, and same as I'm previous table. I'm taking only one column. I'm taking only one column, and I'm loading data into external table exe test. So let's display exe test. So both contain same data, but we created two separate file tables. One is manager table and another one is external table. First let's see difference between difference between manager table manager table and external table. Manager table and external table. First difference, drop drop both tables. Drop both tables. Let's go here. First let's refresh MyDB. In MyDB, exe test and test 1 2 3. Two tables are there, right? And uh, let's open MySQL. MySQL. MySQL -u root -p Cloudera. Cloudera. Use Metastore. Metastore. So select tbl underscore name, table name from tbls, right? So we have ext table, we have test 1 2 3 tables. Schema is available in Metastore. Schema is available. This is our warehouse location. Warehouse actual data is available. Metastore we have schema is available. So I am dropping both the tables. I am dropping both the tables. Let's open Hive. Drop table. Table name is test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Drop table ex test, right? Ex test. Okay, so let's write here. If you drop if you drop if you drop manager table if you drop manager table, it will drop it will drop both both data presented in warehouse and and schema presented in RDBMS. If you drop if you drop if you drop external table, it will drop only schema from metastore metastore but data is available in HDFS file system. 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 So if you drop manager table, it will drop both metadata schema from RDBMS, data from warehouse. But external table, it will drop schema from metastore. But still data is available in HDFS file system. Let's come first MySQL. Let's execute same command. So both the tables schema is removed, right? So schema removed from RDBMS. Coming to HDFS file system. So refresh here. Which one is removed? Manager table is removed, but external table data is presented. Then go to Hive prompt. Try to execute select command. Select external manager table. First it will check in metastore. Metastore table information is not available. Then it will display object not found. Table not found. Next to display our external table exe test. Here also it will display table not found because metadata is not available. First it will check in metastore. If table information is available, then it will come to warehouse. Then what is the advantage of this external table? Next advantage is the main advantage the main advantage advantage of external table is we can reuse. If table is dropped drop, it will not, we can reuse data. Schema deleted, but for data is available for external table. We can reuse that data for some other table or same table. Yep. Schema deleted, that's I said here clearly. If you drop external table, it will drop only schema external table, but manage table, it will drop both. It will drop schema plus data. Okay, so how do we reuse this? Means let me create a table, external table. Let me create external table. This time you can create as a external or normal table, your wish. This time you can create normal table or external table. If you use this name, right, exe test, exe test means it is going to create a directory where under mydb database. In under mydb database already this directory is available, so instead of creating, it points to same thing. Then select, we did not load any data, right, but if you select, we get data, so it will reuse that directory. Okay, so main advantage of this one is reuse. So yep, so main in our development also we create most of the times, most of the time we create external tables, external tables. Data is not disorganized, data is file system only, same file, same message. Yep, you can use say different name, but path must be, while loading we use path. If you use same name here, if you use same name, if you use same name here, it is pointing to, 1 minute, it is pointing to same directory. If you use different name, then we can pass hdfs file path. Instead of this table name, if you give different name, we have to use load. Okay, tomorrow class we see how we create multiple columns. We discuss about multiple columns in a table, then how to load file. Next one, we discuss data types in Hive, and we are going to discuss complex data types. If time is available, we'll discuss complex data types in Hive. Okay, so these are the concepts we are going to discuss in tomorrow class. Multiple columns, if table has multiple columns, how to load file. Next we discuss data types, different data types in Hive. Next we discuss complex data types in Hive. Okay, so that's it for today, and we will continue tomorrow same time. We discuss all these concepts. Okay, we will continue tomorrow.